All right, guys, this is the most exciting video that I've ever done on this YouTube channel, right? And I'm just going to get into it. So, you might know that we've got a community where we teach people how to launch brands and products on Amazon, Shopify, TikTok, all that stuff. Well, somebody within our community has just sold their brand for 7 figures. So, let's have a look, right? This is our Discord chat, our Discord community. And this is one of our first members, Ben. So Ben, as you can see here, has just said, for those of you that don't know, over the past 3 years, I've grown my brand, which I'm going to blur out because I don't think he wants me to make it public. He's grown his brand to set $5 million in annual sales. Earlier this morning, I just closed the deal on the sale of the business. Congratulations, Ben. So we're going to get Ben on the YouTube channel next week. We're going to talk about everything, well, as much as he can talk about, where he's not like bound by an NDA or anything. But Ben is he's an awesome guy. He's such a nice chap. We've met him twice in person. He's been such an amazing part of our community. And it's just so unbelievably amazing for me to see this happen, right? Our goal with our own brand is to grow it to 8 figures and then sell it. And to see one of our community members do that is just absolutely incredible. So Ben says here, 3 years go by in the blink of an eye, especially at my age. I think Ben's over 50. And I'm living proof that the methods taught here can change your life in that time. And that's Ben saying that I couldn't really ask for a better quote from somebody within the community. And I'm going like a vampire shade of white because the sun is coming out, which is annoying when I'm trying to record. But I just want to talk about this because honestly, we get so many comments on YouTube, so many comments on the ads that we run. We are running advertising and marketing for our business. We've got a business where we teach people how to start brands online, and we get so much hate. And I would be a liar if I didn't say that hate gets to me. And the reason that it gets to me is because it's so important to me that I'm honest and transparent about the realities of building an e-commerce business. And even though I lay everything on the line and I show our results, I talk about the ups and the downs, I don't make it out like it's a get rich quick scheme and you can just quit your job in 3 months. I talk about it being hard and I talk about it getting harder and the skills that you need to have. And even though I do all of that stuff, I still get people calling me a scammer and a snake oil salesman and just not believing that this is possible. So that to all of those people, what can you say to this? Like, somebody in our community has just sold their brand for 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, and they've done that in under 3 years, right? Now, this is to me just, I don't know how to explain it, but this to me just makes all of this worthwhile, right? Because genuinely at times I've questioned, I'm going to be really transparent. I've questioned whether or not I want to do all of this stuff. Because the whole reason that we got into this was we started a brand, we started to grow that brand, and we started to talk about growing that brand. And then we got other people saying, do you do coaching? Do you do mentorship? And I was always like, in the beginning, I was like, I don't really know, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we started doing coaching, we started doing mentorship because we saw the opportunity to make money, which I'm never going to lie about that. You can make good money selling a course and having a community like we do. We make good money, but also because we can actually help people. And we've built an incredible community. Like, look at all of these people down here, just like so amazingly pumped and so inspired by Ben's results. This is just like, tens and tens, maybe 100 people underneath here, right? Just commenting and saying, this just inspires everybody within our community. This shows to there's people that have joined our community this week. And one of the first things they will have seen within the community is somebody talking about selling their brand for multiple 7 figures. Now, this didn't take him 15 years. It took him less than 3 years to do this, right? To go to $5 million in revenue and then actually sell the brand for an amount of money that is life-changing, I think, to anybody, right? Now, if you watch any of my other videos, I will talk about this being a 5 or a 10-year journey. Like, you're not going to get in and sell your brand within 6 months. It's just not really going to happen. But if you are looking to learn skills that can lead you to life-changing money over the course of 3, 5, 10 years, I genuinely don't think there's a better opportunity than starting an online brand, because you can do it alongside your full-time job. If you've got 1 to 2 hours a day that you can dedicate to learning this skill set, then over the course of a few years, you can either build a business that just supplements your income, you can double your salary. If you make 100 grand a year, you can definitely make 100 grand from selling a few products online and having a brand. It isn't that difficult. Like, it isn't going to happen in 6 months. But over the space of 3 to 5 years, like, I've been in this game for 5 years now. Ben's been doing ecom for less than me, and he's made way more money than I have. And it just goes to show, right? If you apply the right fundamentals and you do it in the right way and you surround yourself by the right people, you can really make things happen. Like, I've learned so much from Ben. I was the one that closed Ben on the sales call to join our community just under 2 years ago. I still remember the sales call. I remember thinking, like, this guy's really smart. Like, I was like thinking he's a little bit skeptical. I don't know if he's going to join. And he joined, and he just joined every call that we did in the community, every weekly call. He joined, he asked questions. Even though he was so experienced, he's a really smart guy. He constantly asked questions. He was constantly looking for new ways to learn, had no ego whatsoever. You know, even he was doing $500,000 a month. I think he did nearly $1 million a month in December, and he's still asking questions in the group like he's a total beginner. Anytime anybody has needed anything in the group, Ben has been there to give advice, you know, to help people, to inspire people. Just an amazing person to have in the community. And to see him have this success is just crazy, right? And a special shout out to Ben Leonard. So Ben Leonard was the guy that helped Ben sell his brand. So Ben's in our community. I've done a couple of interviews with Ben on the channel. If you search, Ben sold a brand a few years ago called Beast Gear, had a 7-figure exit, and now Ben helps people sell their brand with his company, Ecom Brokers. So if you're interested in selling a brand, go and speak to Ben, because he's got Ben, the other Ben, a very good deal. But yeah, this is just an emotional time for me, right? Because as I said, I've struggled with getting the hate, right? I can get 100 positive comments on a video, and then one comment can honestly, sometimes it can ruin my day, right? It can really ruin my day, because I don't know why I take it so personally, because I've always just wanted to help people. Of course, I've wanted to make money, but I would never want to make money by lying to people and stretching the truth. And I don't want people to pay me money and lose money. I want people to make money and to be part of a community that is a positive thing on their life. We've had people join in the community. There's a girl that joined recently called Zoe, and she was talking about like a week after joining that she's never felt more like alive and more energized to do stuff, right? And that's what's so important for me, because 5 years ago, I was working a shitty job that I didn't really. I'm telling her that it wasn't a shitty job, but I didn't like it. I didn't want to work for anybody. I didn't want to have a boss. And not only that, but I wanted to feel like I was in control of my life, right? I was getting up every day and I was going making money for this 400 person company. It didn't fucking matter if I did good. Like, oh, well done, you did well. There's an extra €4,000 a year on your contract. Are you happy? No, I'm not happy, because after I pay my taxes and my rent goes up, I'm making less money than I was before. And having that power and that control in your life when you build a business is so unbelievably empowering, right? It made me go from getting up and being a bit like, oh, what am I doing with my life, to having purpose in my life. Building our 7-figure econ brand, which I've got tons of videos where I show you that. And also building this community, like building those two businesses, which are very closely intertwined, because within our community, we show all of our products. About a month ago, we revealed our brand to everyone in the community. We showed everything, the products, the results, and everybody was just like, this is amazing. And like, now it's so nice that we can just show all of our stuff in the community, right? Because it inspires people, and it really just helps people in the community see what's possible, right? And Ben there, he shared his products, he shared his brand. People can go on and they can see what he's done. They can check out his ads. They can check out his Amazon listing. They can see his products, and they can be like, wow, if he can do it, why can't I do it, right? So for me, this is so special, because, like I said, I do really take it personally when people call us out, and and these people generally, without getting all Andrew Tate, these people are brokies. The people that are so negative and they're like, oh, it's a scam, you can't make money online, it's because they don't believe it's possible. Because they feel better about themselves when they call someone else out, right? Because they see people saying, I'm making money, and they are not making that much money. So they're like, yo, you're a scammer, it's not possible. And they're just projecting that insecurity onto you or onto me, right? They're not onto you. I don't know if you make YouTube videos. You probably don't. but you get it all the time. I don't really get it so much on the YouTube channel as much anymore, but I get it a lot in the advertising that we do, because of course we do advertising, right? We've got a 7-figure community here. We do 7 figures annually with this community. It's a great business, right? But also it's a business that people get so much value from, right? Ben's been in this community for nearly 2 years. He's got so much value from the original money that he paid to join this community. I'm sure he'll say that himself next week when he comes on the channel, right? Like, paying an amount of money to join a community that you can ask questions every single day and just get all of this value. I don't know. For me, yeah. I mean, I'm just rambling on, I know, but this is so special to me because it's kind of like a middle finger to all of the people that like have left hateful comments and have called us like snake oil salesmen and scammers. We're actually helping change people's life. I'm not trying to take all of the credit for Ben's success by any means, right? Because Ben was already a smart guy when he came in. He already had an existing brand, but we've helped him a lot. We've helped him a lot, and I'm sure he will say that himself, right? But all of these people here that you can see, Cy Precious launched a brand about a month ago, doing really well. Buzzer's got a brand. Evan's got a brand. He's been on the channel. Harris has got a brand. Tom's got a brand. This idiot here, Honest Tom's got a brand. Alex has got a 7-figure brand. Annalise has got a couple of products. Carmen's been amazing in the community since she joined. Hannah's just launched a brand doing $20,000 a month already. We've got Tom Lowe, an absolute wizard, has just relaunched his product. He's one of the best-selling products in the baby category now. We've got so many people in here building special things, right? And the difference is these people, they're not skeptical. They don't think we're scammers. They just come in, they learn, they take part in the community, and they do amazing things, right? So next week, we're going to get Ben on the channel. We're going to talk to him a little bit more in depth about everything. We're going to talk about like what worked, what didn't work. We're going to talk about the key things that helped him have this success. But hopefully this inspires you, right? And of course, I'm making this video. I want you to see this video and go, these guys are legit. And I want you to join this community because I make money from that, of course, right? But I also want you to be part of a legit community because that's the reason why I started this company. I started this company, right, because I wanted people to have a safe place where they could trust the people were legit and the people teaching at the top were legit. They were doing it themselves. They weren't sugarcoating everything. So you came in expecting to quit your job in 3 months. There's Amazon gurus that have made millions of dollars, right? Millions and millions of dollars telling people that they can quit their 9 to 5. Go and look at all these other Amazon gurus. They're all regurgitating the same nonsense, right? You're not going to quit your 9 to 5 in 3 months or 6 months. You might not even quit your 9 to 5 in 12 months. You might never be able to quit your 9 to 5. Ben had a 9 to 5 and he just built this on the side and then he sold it for 7 figures. I wouldn't even recommend getting into this business if your sole goal is to quit your 9 to 5. You can do it, of course, but it's better if you do this on the side, if you do it as a side project. And when you get to the point where you're making enough money, of course you can do that if you want to. But Ben is living proof that you don't need to do that. He didn't do this because he wanted to quit his 9 to 5. He already had his day job with his own company, but then he just did this on the side as a project, right? And it's turned into something that's so special. Also, shout out to Joshua. Joshua, as you can see, here's the Amazon ads goat. Joshua played a huge part in helping Ben scale his brand with PPC. All these other guys, Jansen Smith, obviously, our handsome co-founder based in London. We've got Evan, who's been on the channel a couple of times. He's crushing it with his brand. So yeah, big thank you to everybody that makes this community so special. It's becoming a very, very special place with really nice people that are all working towards the same goal, very honest, just great people, really, really great people that make this community so special, right? And I underestimated how valuable having this sort of community could be, not just from the sense of us making money from everybody that joins it, but just from a networking perspective, from having people around me that inspire me and make me, want to do more and learn more. The reason that I'm so unbelievably passionate about learning e-commerce and D2C and branding is I love sharing everything that I'm learning within the community. And I don't have all the answers. I'm not $100 million seller. I'm not the top of the tree. I'm not an absolute genius. I'm just trying to be honest about what I'm learning with our own brands, sharing it within the community. And I think we're really, really helping out people. And that makes me feel very proud. So I don't know how to end a video, but yeah, that's it. I'm super happy for Ben. Really, really nice guy. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And I know he's going to share so many great insights in the community. He might just sail off into the sunset now. I think Ben wants to build some software tools. I'm sure at some point he'll start another brand. But yeah, we'll keep you updated on what Ben's doing. Have a great day. It's an amazing day for me to be able to share this. Peace.